Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Why does everybody else think I'm dead?
So welcome to the Summer TV Sweeps. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It is a pleasure to have you. So a while back I came to a decision. When it comes to television shows, there are definitely things that I want to talk about because as a pop culture guy, why wouldn't I? But I figured instead of reviewing every show in its own individual episode, and more importantly by the season, I felt that it would just be easier and appropriate to just culminate all of television into a week's worth of videos. So you get 2 of those a year from me. One in the late fall, early winter, as well as one in the late spring, early summer, when seasons have started and seasons are coming to an end. But of course in January we get a couple of new shows that air, and it's only appropriate that we review them before the brand new seasons begin, because as far as I'm concerned, June is the cutoff day in terms of anything in the past season, and it's only appropriate that we review them now. So we're going to be talking about network shows today. Not that many, as a matter of fact, just one that I want to talk about. And I'm also going to say that I did officially decide, in terms of network shows, that I'm going to be cutting myself loose from a few of them next year. So when the next sweeps comes around, you're not going to see any reviews for Riverdale or Modern Family, because I'm just not interested in those shows anymore. I was a little upset, especially considering how great season 1 of Riverdale was, but no, I think I'm done with that. But the show that I want to talk about is something that I'm a little bit upset about, but of course something that I'm very happy about. And that, of course, is the reboot of Roseanne, of course starring Roseanne Barr and John Goodman and Laurie Metcalf. So here's where the bad part comes in. I didn't watch Roseanne when I was a kid. It wasn't necessarily a show that my parents told me I couldn't watch. I mean, for crying out loud, they let me watch Married with Children. But Roseanne was a show that I just didn't have any major interest in. But when I heard about what this show was doing and how conservative and middle America was finally saying that a voice in television was finally back speaking for them, and not just that, this show's success caused the popular show Last Man Standing that was canceled from ABC to be picked up and renewed by Fox. So something's happening here. Roseanne started a new, not necessarily massive cultural shift, but a balance of power, if you will. And of course, Roseanne is the story of a blue-collar family that is living paycheck to paycheck and just dealing with the struggles of simple American everyday life. And it's so real. And when these cast members are back, and now that they're a little bit older, you hear a whole bunch of other things that they're tackling. Of course, besides the election, they're talking about the opioid crisis. They're talking about health insurance costs. So many important things, as well as other very important social issues like mixed-race families, children looking for their own identity. So many incredible and important things in this world, and they're tackling it with class, but more importantly, with that classic crude Roseanne spin. Roseanne Barr and John Goodman back on television. Oh my lord, I am such a John Goodman fan, which is another reason why I'm absolutely shocked I never watched it in the past, but wow, they are just so great together. I haven't seen chemistry like this between television characters in such a long time. And Laurie Metcalf, I mean, I love her on Big Bang Theory, but she is so great as Jackie. It's just an interesting and very realistic look at the current modern American blue-collar family with a comedic spin, and I can't recommend this enough. Even if you are not a conservative person, and you don't agree with some of the things that they talk about, I still feel that it is important to see what the other side is saying. I say this all the time. It is important, it is relevant, because if we don't listen to the other side, we're going to continue this divide, okay? It's not the president's fault, it's our fault, because we are so hyped up with hatred and skepticism and judgmental feelings that we aren't realizing that the true monsters of this country are ourselves. And a show like Roseanne reminds us that we aren't monsters, we are people, we are good Samaritans that want to listen to one another, truly be friends with each other. Let's start talking to each other. Roseanne definitely helps out. I highly recommend you watch it because it got renewed already for a second season. It's got one of the highest rating scores in the country right now. It is funny. I laugh hard while I watch this show, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to actually watch the original series, because I've been doing that a lot. I've watched the entire series of Cheers. I am now binge-watching Frasier. I just added to my watch list on Netflix the Dick Van Dyke Show. If Roseanne is there, I'm going to watch that too. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Put your comments in the box below. Let's discuss Roseanne, and I'll see you tomorrow for another TV Sweeps video. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.